Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Youjo Senki. And, the continuous battle between Tanya and Being X, and legitimacy as to whether or not he is, in fact, God. Which, strangely, I've had to have that kind of battle myself, because the 500 special subscriber episode got copyright claimed. I'm used to that. And the others have been legitimate. This one, not so much, because apparently I was plagiarizing pretty much just put in stuff from an Arabic speaker on Allah and God and all this, because that is entirely legitimate. What? When did I even mention the Quran? Yeah. So I'm disputing that one. And, hopefully my anger doesn't quite come across in the video, because, honestly, there has to be some sort of system in place to make sure these illegitimate copyright claims don't get through, because that is just bullshit. Come on, YouTube, do better. You've had years to sort this out. But no. If I having to battle it, then wow, I am really sorry for the actual big channels. But whatever. Hopefully you enjoy the episode, and now that I've got my rant out of the way, you won't have to deal with it. So, let's see how Tanya battles with God in the newest episode of Youjo Senki. So now back in the Frontline theatre of war. Since they took out the gun emplacements in the last episode and got the surprise attack in, they're back to reinforcing these front troops. I'm guessing it's that they've decided to advance from the trenches. Are we actually going to see some resistance this time? So basically, you'll be fired upon on two sides. One friendly. They don't seem to be moving much, though. No, it's back to the rocking horse dudes. And showing fear, putting fear into the enemy. Hang on, 1 second. So, they're now getting into proper full-on combat situations. The only things we haven't really seen implemented yet is, well, I've said it before, but proper resistance to the mage squad. And the first episode, there was the guys that Tanya sent away for disobeying her. That hasn't really cropped up again. We did see just then that one of the enemy soldiers was pretty terrified. Is any of our squad going to get some sort of superiority complex and end up, kind of like Tanya is, and just go solo? There's quite a few interesting storylines they can go down. And since I haven't read the source material, serious resistance there. He got a hand wound. And she doesn't quite act like the rank she is. Urgent orders. Cool. And when the messenger is... Oh. Oh. We haven't seen a... Yeah. Like a militia rebellion yet. Wow. They're not going to take kindly to this, are they? But again, they are technically citizens, but... Why were they out in the open? Yeah, all they need to do is keep supplies from getting through, and they've cut off their entire advance that they put in. Cool. We haven't had proper, like, I mean, there's been emplacements and stuff, but there hasn't been buildings used as cover and with civilians. So your conscience will be clear because the orders and the law is on your side there. Okay. So they've got human shields as well. Great, underhanded tactics. But didn't he just say they're militia? Nice little flourish with a dance there. Wow. She seems to be enjoying it a little. Giving them the option there. All they really need to do is prove that all available options were issued, and they'll be in the clear to, I'll just use those words, eradicate. And anyone caught in the debris is casualties of war. It's the first time that we're actually seeing them battle with their conscience. Kind of, but good immediate action by the first lieutenant. I keep slipping into Americanisms. See, that kind of speech is very destructive. Because it can unsettle the unit, cause disruption. And are they going to get through the shields? Well, surely they should expect. If they're using explosive rounds, and yeah, splitting up. I almost forgot she picked up the SMG from the guy she stabbed. Sooner or later, their shields are going to have to give out. There's some iffy CG in this, but I'll let it go. Using the sun to your advantage. Very nice. Yeah, but him staying and dying would be a bigger loss to the unit. You're injured, you idiot. You'll be punished for this. We haven't seen the militia get shot yet. It's always the soldiers. It's almost as if they didn't want to show it. Probably because we're trying to paint the... can't remember what they're called now. It's like glorious good guys in this war. Open comms. What about the guys you put in the church earlier? And anyone left in the city is then fair game. He's gonna get shot at... Oh, and she's recording it. I didn't think it was a recording, I thought it was just like a feed that they could see. Well, that would be... whatever. So they've sent it to command. Command like, yep, cool. Wipe them out. Now go ahead with the slaughter. Rather evil to have that light rays behind her right then. Well, you can thank some of the adults, kids. Unfortunately, things like this did and do happen. Are they gonna... So we're getting dissidents from some of the mage unit themselves. We're getting a lot of militia units rising up. We're getting the Republic units. Why is it now a problem? You've been killing people all the time, but is it because they're not in uniform now? That's what I don't get about people who have these change of consciences now. Hang on. So they're to wipe out all the mages there, and there are still people trying to leave. Mm-hmm. When did he let someone go? Did I miss that? Unfortunately, innocents do get caught up in things like this. He's going to get himself killed. That's twice now that he's stood up to her. Legitimately or not. Did she just disable the gun? This is a test, mate. Make the right decision. And he's gonna point it at her, and nothing happens. He's killing himself right now. Because we know Tanya's gonna be fine. She had to... I can't think of what the word is. Okay. So they're finding workarounds and loopholes. So he already planned it. So he thought there would already be a rebellion. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. I see it now. She knew this was happening because she's obviously seen it. Yep. That's Tanya right there with her stolen gun. Wow. This outro is a change of pace, to say the least. So, are we now going to have to take into account guerrilla warfare from quote unquote civilians and uprisings of such? I mean, what facets of war haven't they gone into yet? I mean, we haven't had any assassination plots yet. That's what the ending seemed to... Well, it would seem to imply if they had introduced some sort of main leader figure for the Republic, but... Who? Is this the dude with the stolen gun and the kid? Floating in the fjord? Yeah. So the wife and child were told that he was dead because they couldn't find his body. Being X. Of course. to stop Tanya or whatever. To kill the devil of the rain. Of course. That was something else. We haven't really gotten into the intricacies of the legality of war and human shields, civilians, casualties of war. I'm not sure if there's a better way of putting it than that. And now it kind of summarised it all into one in that episode. And it's still trying to paint the... Is it the Imperials? Because the Republic are like the French. Something like the Imperials. As being the good guys, because they gave the opportunity for the militia to stand down and release the prisoners. They didn't. They shot someone in cold blood, which was recorded and sent to head command. Don't go crawling behind electronics, cat. Come on. Which then gave them the opportunity to pull no punches and to go in with full power. And unfortunately, when you're facing a much stronger military and you're doing it knowingly within civilians and the innocence of the war, you're kind of not really doing a good thing, even if your side is just. Like if we take it from the Switch side, their town has been invaded and been put under control of the Imperials. And while we could say that their cause of picking up arms is for the right reasons, they're still not really thinking about it in a completely logical sense. But then again, these kind of situations you can't really get logic involved because a lot of emotions are flying, especially when your family and friends have been killed. So even if I was put into a war zone right now, probably not gonna make the best decisions for the majority of the populace. So I'm not going to be some sort of armchair commander here, mainly since I have pretty much zero combat expertise. But you know, that goes war. You, especially with the top brass, they'll find some ways of making it fair and legal to just go in and wipe them out. We see that all across different militaries, different eras, different countries. So it's just one of those things. People die, people kill for their own needs and wants, and the world moves on. As bad as that sounds. But anyway, enough of bringing down the mood in this place. I just want to thank everyone that has stuck around till the very end. I want to thank you again. If you liked the video, please leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything, and leave a comment on I should pick a subject, shouldn't I? Oh well, if you liked it, you'll find something to leave a comment on. So, yeah. Hope to see you again. And, as always for me, hope you have a wonderful fucking rest of the day, mates. So, I think that's about it. See you in the next one.